who decided that 6:15 a.m. is the right time to continue website maintenance, or not website maintenance? We're talking ISP maintenance. Oh my gosh, I don't know what the deal is, but for some reason, my ISP has decided that, you know what, we're going to keep this thing going until 6:15. I'm still checking my monitor to see if it's back on, and it's not. So we're doing this from Studio B as the host site. He is Sean, I am Ryan, but it is still the Gaming Morning Show on this Friday, October 9th, 2020. Thanks for being with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Next 3 hours with you on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. We're going to have This Day in Gaming History, celebrity birthdays, your birthdays hopefully as well, and of course the GMS Morning Gaming News. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning. It's weird that my internet's totally fine.
Okay, so this is the truth. We live 4 minutes away from each other, and so I text him this morning I'm usually up around 4 o'clock at the absolute latest, maybe 4, unless we have a technical issue, and I didn't set my alarm. And I'm just like, is your internet working? He's like, yeah, everything seems to be fine over here. I don't know what your problem is, but yeah. I'll have to have you check Twitch, or if you're in the chat already, make sure that I don't have a way to monitor, because I'm basically using my cell phone Wi-Fi hotspot to give you my feed. So I have no way to really monitor whether or not we're actually on the air. So if this is coming across, the audio is good, I'm playing music in the background, let me know. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. He's 4 minutes from my house, 2.5 minutes if I'm driving real fast. And your internet's fine.
I paid for that special internet that doesn't need maintenance.
How bizarre. How bizarre. But, this is why we have the Restream Studio, which we all agree kind of looks pretty cool and it works. And I figured out how to crop my I don't know what you call this. How to crop this shot that my webcam feeds to you. So that's a win, because I like this shot better, as opposed to, up here you're going to see boxes of Cheerios and stuff behind us.
Your favorite.
Oh gosh, Cheerios are the worst. Do you like Cheerios? Like bona fide, genuine like for Cheerios?
They're fine. I don't love them. I don't dislike them like you do. I don't love them.
But it's not even like a dislike. The problem with Cheerios for me is the smell of Cheerios makes me nauseous. My kids have to eat Cheerios out of the dining room. That's how much the Cheerios make me bad. Again, if you're in chat, let us know that you're getting this all, because I want to make sure that everything on my end is actually working without having the ability to monitor. But yeah, this is nuts. I've never liked Cheerios. The smell of them are bad. I take that back. I used to like Cheerios. I don't know what happened. I don't know how Cheerios hurt me, what they did to make me so upset. But for some reason, the smell of Cheerios makes me nauseous now. And so I don't eat them, and I don't like Cheerios. But nonetheless, we're figuring out a way to get this done. And this kind of brings up what I did last night, which was sit down to play Apex Legends, not thinking that you would be on. So I had a plan that I was going to watch His and Hers live on Twitch. I was going to watch the Buccaneers-Bears football game, and I was going to play Apex Legends, possibly with my friends Travis and Chrissy. So neither of them are on. I text them to try to get them on, and all of a sudden I get a message from you like, did you just leave your PlayStation on? Like, are you actually there?
So I hopped on because the kids went to bed, not early, but on time, and went to bed really easily, and I didn't have anything to do, so I hopped on. I was going to play the beta, and I went to the beta, and it says you're online, like in the beta, which is interesting because you weren't. But yeah, COD Bakwa beta was like, hey, Hefty Goof's playing.
Clearly I wasn't. That is really weird, because that's where I'm going with this is starting your downloads early and often. And I didn't realize, despite probably just not listening to you, because I'm sure you gave me fair warning, I didn't even start my independent download of COD Bakwa. I thought because the little red mark was showing up under the actual Modern Warfare menu, that it just was taking care of itself, and I realized how naive that was. So yeah, we go down to play the COD Bakwa beta yesterday, and we can't because it's not there. And so we ended up playing Modern Warfare. We played some Warzone, which was fun. I had a good time, and
Yeah.
Grabbed a Bud Light seltzer. It was fun. It was a fun night, but at the end of the day, like, I really wish I had downloaded that because we were going to play it this morning, and it's almost like the universe doesn't want us to play the beta together.
That's sure what it seems like, isn't it?
I keep checking my link and it's still not working. We're asking you this morning because it's not actually Record Store Day. You'll probably see that in the title, and it's not. And usually Record Store Day apparently is a thing that happens in April. And what they did this year was because of COVID, because of the pandemic, they decided to split it up into 3 separate dates. This was August 26th, September 26th, and October 24th. And this encourages people to support the local record store because, 20 years ago, to get music, you'd run down to, what was it called? Maybe Sam Goody was what it was called back in the day. That's where, like, I blew all of my high school cash, was buying CDs at Sam Goody or whatever. And those places don't exist. I mean, Apple basically changed the way that people buy music. Spotify took it a step further. But this annual Record Store Day continues to be something that helps support local music spots. And so because the results are in, which is what made me find this from Billboard, that, September Record Store Day really helped, like, the U.S. vinyl album sales tremendously. Like, there was something like a 90% increase in sales. It was because you sent me this clip yesterday of you enjoying your brand new record player. And so I thought, like, we could celebrate those two things together. You bought this really awesome record player. It sounds like it came in yesterday. How is it in your house?
It was great. It was a lot of fun. Just playing a bunch of random stuff. Anything from, Beach Boys. We played some Beatles. We played some Chicago and some Boston. Just a little bit of everything. Some Dwight Yoakam. Turns out the In-Laws have a Dwight Yoakam record, so we played some is it Honky Tonk Man, I think. It was a blast, and it was cool because the kids have never really used or listened to vinyl records before. So as teaching Evie how it works, and she thought that was pretty cool. And of course, showed her that, if you're playing the record and you just turn it off, it goes boo. And she thought that was hilarious, and insisted we stop every song by doing that. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, and mother-in-law was listening to a lot of her favorites and dancing and having a good time. So we've started compiling a list of things we don't have and things we need to hunt down and get. So that's pretty cool.
Internet service providers now officially 1 minute late from planned time of resolution. So now you're about to see some inside out anger fumes, Lewis Black, just start to emit from my head. Even though at this point, there's not really anything we're going to do. We'll probably have to switch the stream, though, because you have to leave after the first hour.
Yeah.
And I don't know what we're going to do at that point, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, so with Record Store Day being celebrated 3 different dates, August 26th, the 26th of September, and coming up on the 24th of October, we're asking you, what music do you like to listen in an older way? And then what trends were you ahead of, quote unquote? Because I have a story about that. And then do you love vinyl? It sounds like that's kind of what was the motivating factor for you, is you must have liked vinyl. Plus, now that the In-Laws are living with you and they brought their extensive record collection, that furthered this love, so that made you invest in this record player that your daughter's getting a kick out of. And there's a guy on Twitch, Polymayo, who I've been following ever since we started this show, and we've sent you to his stream a couple times. I think we did it yesterday too on Twitch, and he was talking about mini discs the other day and how he's busting out and almost, if I'm reading it right, and I'll have to tweet him because of the show, is reinvesting in mini disc. Like, he's actually going to start putting money back into it. And this is where the trend part comes, because I once installed an in-dash mini disc player into my car at a later stage of high school, early part of college, because I used to work in radio, and these things could be re-recorded, hundreds or millions of times, and I'm looking at these things going like, it's smaller than a CD, it can hold more stuff. This is going to change the way that we listen to music.
It didn't.
No, it didn't even come close. But I have to tell you that Pauly Mayo's tweet was the first time I've ever heard anybody, and I don't know if he's ever worked in radio, so maybe he has, but I've never seen anybody else reference a mini disc, let alone talk about putting music onto one.
And bringing it back. Oh, that's funny. I watched this YouTube channel. I think I've sent you links to it before. Technology Connection. And he goes into in-depth topics on technology type stuff. And he's done videos about Laserdisc and how Laserdisc came out around the same time as VHS tape, and how just by chance, the way people wanted to use home media, VHS and cassette, that sort of technology became more popular because people wanted to record TV and watch it at a later time. And that was a big deal, rather than you buy a Laserdisc that has a movie on it and rewatch the same movie over and over and over. And so how the world could have been totally different had something like Laserdisc caught on, but instead VHS caught on, and then we went that route, and then we eventually circled back around with DVDs. So it's the same thing, you know. Those are rewritable, so you can record whatever you want on them and listen back to it. So it's music kind of went the opposite way.
It's absolutely insane. And then you had the Blu-ray HD DVD debate that came up, which was a beta VHS moment. So yeah, that was a trend that I thought, like, look at me, I'm so ahead of everything. And I remember, you know, this is probably the only time in my life this ever happened, but my father had to go to this goes back to having like record stores, went to the home electronics store. Like, I'm not talking to Best Buy, like went to the neighborhood home electronics store because he was redoing the house and he had to buy new AV equipment for the living room. And so he went to the store with me because I kind of knew a little bit more about stuff. And he's asking all these questions. He's like, well, while you're here, do you want to get your Christmas and birthday gift? Which, you know, I have a summer birthday. So he was basically talking like, you know, big picture. And I was like, absolutely. Let's grab this in-dash Kenwood mini disc player, and then we'll throw the 6 CD changer in the back because I won't need that for very long, but I got like a CD collection. So, you know, occasionally when I want to throw back to compact discs, oh my gosh, I was so ahead of the curve. And then I had to try to sell that car with a mini disc as the in-dash in dash say. I'm like, well, the CD changer's in the back, and the person that I ended up selling the car to is like, I don't get what this is. Oh, it's kind of nuts.
Why do you have this?
Right.
Can
Well,
you fix it before you give me the car.
You're welcome to play COD Bakwa, and we can continue our commentary. I mean, I can continue to tell you nice try throughout your playing of COD Bakwa.
First, I'd like to point out that my PlayStation finally updated, and my trophy level is now 354 instead of 20 whatever I was. So
what?
Yeah, see this. I have that gold star with a little trophy in it, and that level is 354. This is one of the updates we talked about.
I know, but why is it so many more?
Because they changed it from 1 to 100, and now it's 1 to 999.
I gotcha.
So
okay.
It rescales everything.
Gotcha. So you didn't get hundreds of more trophies. It's just the scaling that you had talked about.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw somebody, in fact, I think I mentioned you on Twitter. You can follow Sean, sports.gaming on Twitter, and he was talking about trophies and how he'd gone up and then he had gone down, and I can't remember exactly. And Sean's like, I'm not deterred. I'm just going to go earn more trophies, whatever it takes.
Yeah, I do like trophies. You know, and I haven't done much trophy hunting lately, but I might have to make a return. I haven't gotten a platinum. I don't think I've gotten a platinum this entire calendar year. and that's got to change before 2020 is over.
Are you having withdrawals?
No, maybe.
God, I wonder if you have any more of those platinum trophies I can get. You know,
I mean, I don't need them, but like if you had one, I would take one.
It's also already 6:24, so what we could do is we could get into the news of the day, and then we could watch you play COD Bakwa together. It's 6:24 West Coast time, 9:24 on the East. He's Sean, I'm Ryan. A gaming morning show, not impromptu time, but impromptu fashion. But honestly, again, this goes back to what we talked about when we were both in Studio B because of air quality, and I couldn't be in Studio G. Was how impressed we are with Restream's studio platform, which is how we're broadcasting this. I'm in a web browser. Sean's in a web browser, and we're just assembling the show with different inputs. He's even able to get his PlayStation in through a different browser. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. And we were going to even look into go to the one. So go all three really quick, and then do the narrower view because it should put us all in these slats on the top. That thing that you did where but look, so like if you wanted to do 3 people, kind of, news magazine style, it would be able to do this kind of thing too with the third person to my right or left or whatever. So, all right, we got COD Bakwa. Have you had a chance to play much?
I played a little bit more last night after you went to bed. I played, 3 or 4 rounds.
Nice. Feed in your game sound if you have it available.
Oh yeah, I need to change that.
Yeah. So I asked Sean, I go, what do you think of this so far? And he's like, I hate it.
Yeah, at the time, because I turned it on, it said you were online. I hopped into a match, and then you responded. I was halfway through a match, and you're like, "You want to play something?" And so I got out of it. So at the time, I'd played half a match. Yeah, and you asked how I like it. I was like, well, I hate it because it's different. I haven't even played a full match to get used to it yet.
I am kind of jealous, though. You're getting to play the Miami, which in alpha, this is the only one. It loaded a couple of times, but it never actually finished getting to the point where I could play it. So we'd start to load the map, and then it would go away, and then I'd get back to... I think I played, of maybe the 7 games in alpha that I played 6 Moscow and like 1 satellite, which kind of sucked. But
I played a lot of satellite last night. I played this once. People, for whatever reason, were obsessed with satellite, so people kept voting for that.
Oh, so there's the upvote system. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so you're given 2 options, basically, and for whatever reason, people really wanted satellite over and over. I did some sniping on satellite last night, and it went pretty well. I think I'm better at sniping in this version than Modern Warfare.
Well, what I like about this map, and what I also liked about satellite, and it makes me wonder if this is a chicken and egg situation, if because I watched the debut announcement where the developers and all the group from this team that made Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, where they're talking about the way that they design levels, but the satellite level, they were just raving about how there's different elevations and you have different options to play different ways. So if you do want to snipe, there's options for you to do that in satellite. And if you want to run and gun, there's tunnels and things like that. And when I played the satellite map, I felt like that was absolutely true. And so as I was running around, like I tried different things. I mentioned, or like you mentioned, I sniped. I went through the tunnels, and I ran a loadout that I think came with maybe like the equivalent of like a marksman rifle, and then came with like a equivalent of an SMG, and it went really well. And I actually was like, man, they weren't BSing us. Like, this is legit. They actually did exactly what they said that they did.
Yeah, for sure.
And this one seems like the same way. Like I haven't seen it in action yet. So as I'm watching you play, like you were able to go upstairs to a balcony, so there's some height overlooking a spot. You know, it seems like there's different options for different styles of play.
Yeah, for sure. And a map like this, learning all of the buildings and all of the different angles is key, and I definitely haven't done that yet. And it kind of drives me nuts. I hate playing new maps. You know, change in general is just tough. But especially something like this where it feels like you're always dying from someone shooting you in the back is frustrating. But it's just, you got to learn the maps.
Hey, that guy shot you in the back.
Yeah, I didn't know he was there. I saw him go up there, ooh, I'm gonna get a Mai Tai. Look at this tea.
Yeah, the Miami map has the best hurricanes for sure. So
Is this a Heineken? I was busy, sir.
this guy's like, what the hell is this guy doing? Have you ever been to New Orleans?
No.
Have you ever been to Hawaii?
Yes.
Okay. And so you have done Mai Tais?
Yeah. That was
the best.
I like on Domination that they do a halftime and then you switch. So I'm glad that's there still.
What's the halftime?
Basically you'll switch spawns. Where you start. So I mean it has the same sort of spawn system where you're in a spawn where your team is, but you'll play half the game starting at you start at C, your opponents start at A, and at halftime you'll start on the opposite. So if there's a map that's incredibly unbalanced, and say starting at A is the best because you can get A and B and just lock those down. On halftime, you'll switch so that both teams get a chance to play from that side.
Is that based on first to 100, and then they'll flip it at halftime?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It appears so. I'm not paying enough attention.
Yeah, you're fine. Gosh,
it
is really pretty. I do like also that the zones are in fact zones and not flags, and so you have a wider area that you can sit in to capture the spot. The biggest adjustment as you throw that grenade was that they definitely don't burst as instantaneously as the ones in Modern Warfare. You got sniped in the back.
Sure did.
Yeah, I'm the opposite of you. I love the discovery part of games when it comes to not like in general. I'm talking about specifically like COD and being like, ooh, a new map. This is going to give me the opportunity to run around and look at things. And ooh, this is shiny and this is new. And I actually don't mind getting shot in the back a whole bunch because it's something that's different than what we've been playing. Which is odd given the fact how much I do like battle royales, because at the end of the day you're doing the same thing over and over. So it's probably like talking on both sides of my mouth, but that's the truth. Is like I love the new discovery part. I love the fact that it does have a different feel to it. And maybe that's why Call of Duty is able to put out a new game every single year. It's because of people like me.
Yeah, for sure. And there are things I like about it too. I almost feel like I would do better instead of hopping into a game like this to learn the maps. Is just which you can't do right now. Is load up load up a local game where I don't have enemies and just run around and learn the map. Because I think what I get frustrated with is it's hard to learn the map when every 5 seconds you're dying from someone behind you.
Yeah.
And so maybe if I just had that explore time with no one around, I would learn it faster. But
that was really beautiful, running down to the dock and being able to see the boats. I mean, I don't know, from a beauty standpoint, an aesthetic standpoint, this map is amazing.
Yeah, it's very pretty, and we've talked about it from the trailers, but I love the colors. No one appears to care about getting B with me. It's just
B's overrated.
The matches seem a little bit longer on Domination to me. I also played some Kill Confirmed on Satellite.
Securing A.
Cool.
Cool.
This is fun.
In case you feel like dipping into a swim. Drown?
Oh yeah. Oh, I got good news. Can I have a towel? I'm all wet. Rude. The service here is terrible.
It keeps shooting you instead of letting you continue to play.
Securing Bravo.
Some coffee.
Taking A.
All right, we might be in some business here. Looks like our internet kicked back on, so I'm going to see if I can jump in after your game, after Gaming Morning News.
Alpha secure. Hostile artillery targeting active. Losing C.
I'm excited to, at some point, if internet allows,
Pull the damn
try this beta
conflict and move
together.
to exfil.
because that'll
Yes.
be cool.
Whoa.
Beep boop.
I had to mute myself on my other computer really quick. It is now 6:35. Good morning, Gaming Morning Show continues on this Friday, October 9th, 2020. We're asking you about Record Store Day, which is now a 3-part event where they're doing, urging you to go patronize your favorite record store, local record music place, and they saw albums. This is from Billboard. They saw albums. The sales really kind of jump up because of things like Roger Waters and Paul McCartney and Fleetwood Mac. But yeah, 97% sales at brick and mortar independent record stores rose 97% in the week ending October 1st, which was up from like only 226,000 units versus 444. So that was kind of cool stuff. And that's why we're asking about that. Do you love vinyl? Sean got his record player yesterday. This is the other reason we're doing this. What music do you like to listen to in an older way, and what trend were you ahead of? I'll talk about my experience again in just a little bit, but right now, 6:37 West Coast time. A little bit late, but we're going to get there right now. Let's head to the newsroom and see what's going on. Here's video game expert, #video game expert, Sean.
Good morning. Today is Friday, October 9th, 2020, and this is your Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. News is light today, which works well for technical issues. Let's see, we got Fall Guys 2. Fall Guys Season 2 is out now. I did play it a little bit last night. I think I played 2 or 3 full rounds. One went poorly. Check out my Twitter, at Sportsdoc Gaming for that. Let's just say I already didn't like Fruit Shoot. I still don't like Fruit Shoot. Other changes, there are some new levels: Hoopsie Legends, Night Fever, Egg Siege, and Wall Guys. I did play Egg Siege. It's still an egg collecting game, which wasn't great. I did enjoy it more than the last egg one, and I don't know if that one is still around or if they replaced it, but that one was fun at least. And I played Night Fever, I think is the other one I played. That one was fun. It's another, you have an obstacle course to run through, and that one was pretty cool. And again, like most of the obstacle course ones, it's pretty easy to get through and qualify. So that was neat. So check out Fall Guys Season 2. I will definitely be playing more. We'll see if we play any on stream or not, but I'll be checking that out some more. The other piece of news I had is Microsoft is planning on bringing Xbox Game Pass to iOS in 2021. A few months ago, we reported, I think I talked about it, but it has been reported that Microsoft was blocked from bringing Xbox Game Pass via the xCloud to iOS devices. But a report that came out yesterday says that game boss Phil Spencer is telling employees it'll be ready next year, and it'll likely be using a browser to get around Apple's restrictions. So look for that if you are in the Xbox family, coming out on your iPhones next year. So that's good news. And always last but never least, whoa, everything's gone.
I don't remember us agreeing to a new segment called "Everything's Gone." All hope is lost.
We finish off today's Gaming Morning Show, morning gaming news in the world. Now, in segment within the segment, this is what's out today. Pull up the other list here. A lot of games out today, some bigger games. FIFA 21's out today on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. We have Street Racer Underground on Xbox One and Switch. Ben 10 Power Trip out on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, PC. The Survivalists out on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Smart Moves out on Xbox One. Portability on PC. Sunshine Manor Prologue out on PC and Mac. Murder by Moonlight Call of the Wolf out on PC. Conflict Europe out on PC. World Soccer Strikers 91 out on PC. I think that one's out a little late, because I don't think it's 91 this year. Reflection of Mine out on Switch. And for the most prestigious award in video game focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment. Today's name of the morning goes to Swords and Sandals Crusader Redo out on PC and Mac. Oh, I'm all by myself.
That was the most amazing segment I've ever kind of listened to. Yeah, I jumped out really quick, not intentionally, but my internet flipped over to the actual regular internet, and so it was like you got disconnected, and it was right when you just started out today, so all I heard was like reflection of mine or something like that, and I was like, what? Yeah. So what got name of the morning?
Swords and Sandals Crusader Redo out on PC and Mac.
Oh wait, it's a redo, so we've already had an initial Swords and Sandals Crusader, huh?
Apparently. Oh man.
And they would have you believe that socks and sandals aren't good, but swords and sandals for sure are fine.
Swords and sandals are totally fine.
All right, 6:42 Pacific time. Thanks for watching Gaming Morning Show, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. We're making it happen however we need to this morning. And I don't know. You might just need to walk away from your computer and just leave us streaming, and then I'll just... Oh, wait, no, I can't control it. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have remote software built into your computer?
Nope.
We should probably have done that. We should do the Chrome one sometime. But anyway, all right, well, we'll just probably disconnect at the top of the hour, and then we'll come back and restart the stream at 7 o'clock Pacific time. That sucks. But hey, again, I give Restream a ton of credit. This is working pretty well. I'm in your game, though, so we can play at least a couple of COD Bakwas.
Ooh, let's do it. Do you want to do the combined arms domination where we have 5 flags and it's 12v12, or the quick play modes?
Hey, you drive this ship, man. I'm just here to have a good time while having a good time. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to remember because I'm going through this computer. I think I am feeding my full mix. I don't know if I'll be able to listen to my PlayStation without us getting double audio. That's funny. The things we didn't plan for.
But hey, we can do one of these things.
Oh, look at that. Look at all of the oh, and it actually kind of lines us up. I'm to the left of me, and you're to the right of you. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, look how fancy we are.
Figuring it out.
Look, we're dancing. We're dancing.
It's like a pulse. Wait, I bet if I do this, this actually might work. Let me see if I can fix it this way. Yeah, this might work. This might work. So I'm gonna try that, and then I'm gonna try this. So I'm gonna go away for a second.
I'll miss you. It's so quiet. I see Ryan's lips moving. Wonder if I'm supposed to be hearing him.
Because you should be able to hear me here. But-
No, see, now he's gone. Wonder if he can hear me. Is this where we get to talk crap about him? Man, look at that hat. Wearing a hat with headphones. Hat and headphones.
That's weird.
Oh,
I don't
he's
know.
back.
Yeah, I don't know why that.
No.
I don't.
No one tell him. No one tell him what we're talking about.
I heard everything. I heard all the words.
Oh no! Oh no, he knows.
Oh gosh, now I'm beating my microphone with my controller. Take that, microphone. What's your favorite? Is there a pre-made loadout that you like, or did you make your own?
I've used. I'm pulling them up. I've used the stealth ops quite a bit. I've used the point man with a nice submachine gun there. I don't love that submachine gun. And then I've done the double agent quite a bit with the sniper rifle. I think my go-to is the stealth ops.
That Jeep was very loud.
Sure was.
Continue deliberation.
Okay, you are a different color. Cool.
Oh, just a sec. Look inversion.
I will protect you.
There we go. Now I'm back. Guess who's back? Oh, and I gotta fix that. Gotta go to tactical. There we go. He shot me. I was busy, and he shot me. There we go. They should bring an Apex sliding to this game.
We are losing this fight.
I'm so fast.
The movement in this game is definitely different. I simultaneously feel faster and heavier all at the same time.
I feel like I'm flying. This is probably going to be better for me. Although,
I think I need to mess with some of the sensitivity, and that'll help.
I don't know where you got shot from, but I'm scared now.
He was up on the rocks.
Yep, he came around and shot me. I at least avenged your tag.
No, what I haven't used yet in this game are the shotguns to see if the shotguns are absolutely terrible again.
Hostile spy plane established overhead.
Oh, you're real frozen. I don't think he's gonna make it, guys. Uh-oh.
Multiple hostile spy planes detected.
Right. Just do this for a second. Wonder if he can hear us still. So today's show brought to you by Internet Connectivity. We should be back to our normal setup on Monday. if nothing else goes awry. Can't remember how long the beta is, and doesn't appear to we have anyone in chat to answer questions for me. But hopefully we get to play some more beta
Enemy spy plane contacts.
on air Monday, but I don't know if it's still going on Monday. Should probably remember those dates. That is kind of my job, right? You know, instead of shooting a little bit at both of them, I probably could have shot a lot at one of them and at least gotten a kill, but you know, overrated. I think I like this map. I like there's a lot of verticality to it. I think that's cool. I hear a lot of footsteps though. I can't tell if I'm hearing something. Oh, I have 2 Ryans. There's a Ryan.
Welcome to the shortest gaming morning show of all time, as far as one that has been started and one that ends, because we missed a couple shows, but I think we're just going to do an hour today because it looks like the internet's not going to work on my side. But I'm going to watch you play.
I'd like you to meet second Ryan. He's quiet. He doesn't talk much. But he's here. He's still here.
I don't think he exists. He's very transparent.
Oh man.
No, and it was crazy because I was going nuts. You should have saw me. I was what did the kids say? I was fragging.
Yes, you were indeed fragging. It was lit.
It was indeed. So yeah, that's probably my best Call of Duty COD Bakwa beta game to date. So, and it was ruined by my internet. Yeah, they decided to shut me down mid game. They're like, this guy's he's too hot.
Uh oh. That was a Ryan grenade. I like.
Wait, what do you mean by Ryan grenade?
Nothing. You know, that's just it's a saying. It's not related to you. It's a different Ryan.
Nice try.
I like exploring all these nooks and crannies of these maps. There's a lot of places I've noticed in this game where you can go easily go outside of the playing area, which is cool because rather than just having this imaginary wall that keeps you from going places, you can go and then it'll yell at you. But bad because it's like, oh, I wonder what's over here, and then it's like, oh, death is over here. Don't go that way.
Did you get 5 seconds or is it longer?
Yeah, it's about 5 seconds, I believe. I would demonstrate, but apparently there's nowhere in this map I can do something. But like this, at least they give like an actual border, as opposed to like I'm thinking Piccadilly, where there's multiple places where it looks like there's a barrier that in any other circumstance you could jump over, but you just can't.
Enemy spy plane inbound.
I don't think we're gonna win.
Chances are looking slim, yeah.
But I have this little guy. I should use this one.
Are you able to move in your HUD?
Yes.
Nice. Got him. Kaboom. I still love that line, though. I feel both simultaneously faster and heavy. Oh, boo. Defeat. Congratulations, you're one of life's losers. We're at 6:53 on this Friday morning. Thanks for being with us wherever you may be. Gaming Morning Show. The 1-hour edition of Gaming Morning Show. We're going to call this Gaming Morning Show Bites. Bite-sized episodes of Gaming Morning Show. Let's do celebrity birthdays and your birthdays. If you're in the chat, let us know someone you want to celebrate a birthday with. We would love to celebrate with you as well. Some birthdays to celebrate include Sharon Osbourne, Ozzy Osbourne's wife, 68 years old today. Tony Shalhoub is 67 of Monk. He is 67 today. He is the voice of Luigi in Disney's Cars. I did not know that. That's kind of cool.
I did not know that.
Scott Bakula is 66, the former Quantum Leap star. Did you like Quantum Leap?
I never really watched it. My parents watched it.
It was one of those shows that happened to be on at the perfect time on USA, all the reruns for watching after school at a certain point in my life. And so I think I watched all of Quantum Leap in reruns probably in like 4th grade or something weird. But yeah, I remember that show a lot more than other shows. Guillermo del Toro turns 56 today. PJ Harvey is 51. And Brandon Ruth turns 41. Checking. Has something to do with comic books and the CW, so I'm pretty much out, it looks like. And then Spencer Grammer turns 37 today.
Nice. Spencer
Grammer. Daughter of Kelsey Grammer. Okay. Rick and Morty. So that's also why I don't know anything about that. But if you watch Rick and Morty, probably a voice on said show. John Lennon had a birthday this day on October 9th. Other celebrity birthdays. Melissa Villaseñor of Saturday Night Live is 33 today. Jarrell Jerome is 23. Scotty McCreery, country singer from American Idol, turns 27 today. Good talk. Okay.
Yeah. Nice one.
Let's take a look at this day in gaming history. In 2007, Sony dropped the price. PlayStation 3 in Japan went from 44,980 yen, or went down to that for the 20 gig model. 60 gigs cost you 54,980 yen. Electronic Arts released the Orange Box for PS2 and 3, as well as Xbox 360 this date in 2007.
The Orange Box was awesome.
What was it about?
Oh, well, that included Half-Life 2 and Portal. I think there were other things, but those were the important things. So it was essentially how Portal released on the PlayStation, on the console platforms.
And Portal was the game where literally there were portals all over the place that you could use.
Yeah, you had a portal gun, and you could shoot one portal and then another portal, and then those were connected. So you could shoot a portal on the ceiling and a portal on the floor, and then just like fall through it, you know?
Uh-huh.
And so it was a bunch of like, it's a puzzle game, and it's all like physics-based puzzles with the portals. It's awesome. It kind of breaks your brain a little bit, but
were there any poodles in the portals?
The portal portals. Now we're getting into Fox and Socks territory. A portal shooting poodle in a poodle eating noodle in a portal in a bottle, and the bottles in a portal.
Sounds about right. Square Enix released Final Fantasy Tactics: The War of the Lions this date in 2007 as well. That was a PlayStation Portable release. And then in 2012, Bethesda let out Dishonored, the video game for PS3 and Xbox 360. 2K in 2012 released XCOM Enemy Unknown. That was a PS3 and Xbox 360 too. I don't remember ever seeing or playing the game, but I seem to remember either the packaging for XCOM or the commercials for XCOM.
Yeah, it was a pretty big release, and it was definitely around. And they definitely did a lot of like adverts and stuff, so you probably saw a lot of those around.
I'm pulling up my images right now so I can see what the cover art. For some reason, I thought XCOM had to do with military stuff, though. It looks like more of an alien game. Let me see. XCOM. Oh yeah, no, I remember seeing that. Yeah, that logo with like the moon behind it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So I was watching, since we won't get to sports, since we're going to be done before then. I was watching the Bears Buccaneers last night, very passively. Like I said, I was watching a stream, playing games, and having the Bears and Buccaneers on a different screen. And I saw the score, and I saw the Bears take the lead at the end, 20-19. Which, by the way, 19 is becoming the new. Oh, you only get you only get 2 seconds. And they don't let you mess around at all out there.
Don't get to double dip apparently.
No, but 19 is coming up so much more frequently, so much more stronger than it ever has before. I don't know how you're looking at, a touchdown with an extra point gets you to 7, and then I guess you get 6, 13, and 2 field goals. So there just must be 1 extra point missed in like the first 2 touchdowns more frequently this year than almost ever before. And so I watched the Bears go up 20-19, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, the Bucs, are going to lose this game. That's kind of crazy. And then I was on Twitter this morning through my cell phone connection because I had nothing else to do. I wasn't able to do regular work. I wasn't able to prep for the show, any of that stuff, because I didn't have my internet connection. So I'm just watching Twitter, and apparently Tom Brady last night didn't realize that it was 4th down when it was 4th down. So he threw about a 15-yard pass on the final series for Tampa Bay, thinking that it was 3rd down and thinking he'd have another. So they get done with that play, and he's just looking at the referee holding up 4 fingers going like, don't I have a 4th down? And I'm like, uh-oh, Tommy's getting old.
Senile Brady.
Oh, it's too bad because I was really hoping Tommy would make it to 45, and he still might. But man, yesterday did not give us any reason to believe that it's going to happen. So, he has a bad game, and he was yelling at his teammates, and people would get on Tom Brady for, being a poor teammate. I don't know. I think he picks his spots to get on his team, and I like that out of a quarterback. So I've never had a problem with Tom Brady at all, right. And so we'll see if it it's just a moment in time. I mean, the Buccaneers are still 3-2. I mean,
right,
it's going fine.
It's going fine. Yeah, it's interesting because you don't see all of the interactions as a fan, and there's a line between being an asshole and being motivating. And I like to think that this far into his career and with this much success that he knows how to toe that line pretty well. And that he doesn't just come across as too harsh to his teammates. But I don't know. I've never played with the guy. How about you?
Well, Tom and I only played together at Michigan, and that's the last time and he wasn't who he is now. He's a different type of Tommy. So that's what we called him too. We called him Tommy, because we go way back. So
Tommy B.
Old Tommy B. That's what, when he was doing the keg stands with me at Michigan. That's what we called him, was Tommy B. Yeah, it is kind of funny though that he went back to that is the tough part about being in that position where if your teammates feel like you got him going, you're going to go over and yell at him, and then you throw a pass on 4th down that you think is a 3rd down, and he just kind of slinked back to his bench and just kind of looked at the tablet and was like, "Oh," and no one's coming up to him and be like, "Tom."
Do you think there were some funny snide remarks behind his back?
Oh yeah, it was funny because this one shot, he's looking down at the tablet, and the offensive linemen are kind of in the foreground, slightly blurred. But it looked like they were definitely saying, like, "Can you believe this guy didn't know it was 3rd down or it was 4th down?" It's crazy.
So, how many times on 4th down is everyone going to come up to him pre-snap and be like, "Hey, just so you know, 4th down."
Oh man, that's brutal but hilarious.
Oh, I'm surrounded. They're everywhere.
Quit shooting me, please.
No, we're winning.
I've never seen a more dominant lead, 51-28. You never see that score in Call of Duty, COD Bakwa.
Oh, there were 2 of them.
Oh, you got snaked.
Boop, boop. Oh, I should pull out the sniper rifle. So.
Do 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 do.
Oh, I'm so glad that guy didn't turn around and kill me.
Hostile RCXD in your AO.
Do, do, do.
Oh, I like how they moved my internet unavailable message to a different tab. It was on the front page when they had a time of resolution, and now it's hidden on the internet page of my account manager. Sneaky, sneaky.
Yeah, they don't want you to know.
Are you wondering why your internet's not working? Keep wondering.
So are we.
It is so weird though, because we live 2.5 minutes to 4 minutes apart, depending on who's driving. And like, you have a different garbage day, you have different internet. Like, I don't understand. Like, we should be closer than that.
Oh.
You don't listen to mini discs. I mean, it's just crazy.
You don't know that.
Uh,
I do listen to mini discs.
Ooh, I have a couple of extra mini disc players. You want me to bring them over to play on your new speakers?
No, I'm good.
You mean yes? I can add in like a hiss so it sounds like vinyl.
Yeah, so I had to, introducing the kids to vinyl, explain to Evie that hiss, and how records work, and why we have to be gentle with them. Yeah, so it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Congratulations on reaching level 8 in beta.
So I left this up. I really like this screen. I feel like they have a better summary screen in COD Bakwa, because you can see over on your left your eliminations and deaths and your score and your damage dealt, and then this chart is we're looking at my average score per minute. I don't know. I think they did a good job with this screen. I like it.
Yeah, the ratio is better now than I think it was in the alpha, but I could have just missed that. But I did like the chart quite a bit, so I'm with you there too. How many trophies did you get though?
0.
Well, I will say one thing. I'm happy we didn't have this issue yesterday. Reese Mannix, thanks again for coming on to the show and being so graceful, not only with your time to come on the show, but then also just the kind of things that he said afterward, because when we conceived what we're trying to do with Gaming Morning Show, that was a big part of it, was the interviews and the conversations that we hope to have with people in the gaming community and certainly outside too. And despite one technical thing that I'm still mad about that probably nobody else cares about at this point, like it went really well. And I was going to replay it in the 8 o'clock hour today, but now that we don't have internet, we're just going to sign off. That said, thanks to everyone who did say something nice yesterday about that, because that is a big core of what we're going to look to do. And we'll continue to do that on Monday when we come back to you on Gaming Morning Show. Sean, I hope you have a fabulous Friday, fabulous week. Let's play some beta this weekend, right?
Yeah, for sure. I'm down. I think we're doing our usual, our fry tie tonight, and play some card games with my parents. But other than that, I am down for some COD Bakwa.
Fry tie. You should make that like sun tie.
Hashtag fry tie.
And then we can have Fridays. No, I'm not jealous or mad. I'm just going to miss you. I'm going to miss your Elon Musk. What was that clue in the crossword the other day? And your kids didn't get your joke?
Entrepreneur Musk.
Entrepreneur Musk. Entrepreneur Musk. All right. Have a great day. Gaming Morning Show. You can find us Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningShow.tv, on Twitter @WatchGMS. We will see you again on Monday. Goodbye, everybody. Enjoy your weekend.